Welcome back to The Verdict. Mick Cornett and Kent Myers with another show, and I think you ought to tell them the title of this show, just so you can admit how corny it is.
Well, I'll first admit I did it, but it's The City is Alive with the Sound of Music.
And of course, that's in relation to Oklahoma City University and their great fine arts program. I think most people are at least vaguely aware of all of the great things in the fine arts that happen at Oklahoma City University. Today, we're going to meet someone who's kind of behind the scenes, but is making all of that happen.
Yes, it's just amazing. Last week, we talked about all of the poor health that the citizens have and the low ratings we get. Here we're going to have to talk about the high ratings that the city gets because it's lucky enough to be associated with Oklahoma City University's music department.
It's pretty amazing, and we'll visit with Mark Parker. He's the Dean of the Wanda Bass School of Music today on The Verdict. Stay with us.
In driving rain, blistering heat, and bitter cold, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, Chesapeake drills non-stop for natural gas on American soil. Chesapeake drills more new gas wells than anyone else, and from those wells collects the most drilling information and acquires more 3D seismic images, leveraging every efficiency to improve the odds of finding more natural gas every day with every well we drill. The better job we do of discovering bigger reserves of clean-burning American natural gas, the greater the prosperity of our nearby communities, our state, and our nation. And as long as there are more gas reserves to be found here in the U.S., we will never rest. Chesapeake. Natural gas wins the day.
Just keep it.
Thank you. Dr. Kessler? What's up with the pizzas?
Well, I just got my first satellite bill, and those extra fees were a bit of a shocker.
So I had to take a second job.
Hey, this was supposed to be pepperoni, dillweed.
Hey, it's Dr. Dillweed to you.
Whatever.
Kids. It's cool. I'm a people person.
Don't live in satellite denial. Get all your entertainment without the hidden charges from Cox, your friend in the digital age.
Hi, this is James Garner.
Hi, this is Reba McEntire.
Hi, this is Johnny Bench. Hi, I'm Barry Switzer.
Hey everybody, this is Vince Gill.
Welcome to my home state of Oklahoma,
where we'll be celebrating 100 years of statehood
in 2007.
Our strength is our people, and the 2,100 Oklahomans from the Cox Communications family are proud to be part of Oklahoma's story. Cox and Oklahoma, true partners.
Happy birthday, Oklahoma.
Welcome back to The Verdict. Mick Cornett with Kent Myers, and Kent's going to introduce today's guest.
Today, we're very pleased to have a person that Tom McDaniel talks about in the third person a lot when he's on, Tom being the president of Oklahoma City University. It's Dean Mark Parker. Mark is the Dean of the Oklahoma City University School of Music, the Wanda L. Bass School of Music. He did his undergraduate work at Eastern Michigan University, got his master's degree in music at Michigan University of Michigan. He has held conducting positions with Lyric Theater, the Oklahoma City Philharmonic, and other orchestras around the city and the state and outside the state. He has been at OCU since 1990. He has been Dean of the Music School since 1995. A lot of good things have happened out there under his deanship, and we wanted to get him in here today to introduce him to you and let him talk about what's going on at OCU. Dean Parker, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Dean, I want you to talk in general about the Wanda Bass School of Music, and we have some pictures that show some of the facilities that you have. But discuss the tremendous accomplishments that have been made from a capital standpoint, first of all.
Well, we have just opened a new facility this August, so this is our first school year in the facility, and we set out with some pretty lofty goals. We wanted to create the finest music teaching and learning facility in the country. We wanted to create a place for the community, not just another campus building on another great campus, but a real community facility as well. And then we wanted to make it a destination for music, make Oklahoma City a destination for music, and all three things have come true in the first year. People are coming from all over the world. They're telling us it is the finest facility for teaching and learning music anywhere in the country or perhaps the world. So
let's take a look at some pictures here that we have of the facilities, and you can talk us through what we're looking at there.
This is an exterior shot. Many people in the community may know the Kirkpatrick Fine Arts Center, the historic Kirkpatrick Fine Arts Center, which is 99,000 square feet. We continue to use that great space, and we've added 113,000 square feet more to the facility. And this is a shot of the great glass atrium. It's a gathering space, a meeting space, a place for dinners before performances, community space, and it's been used even more than we predicted in this first year.
Mark, just about how many students will you have in a normal year of undergraduate music students?
There are 290 undergraduate music students this year.
Is that a normal amount, or is that increased?
We're seeing growth, and we have to manage the growth. We actually could have a lot more students, but we're very conscious of not getting too big too fast, because we want to continue the great tradition that we've had of creating professionals and leaders in the field of music. So
you bestow not only undergraduate degrees but graduate degrees. So about how many graduate students would you have?
We have 60 graduate students in the music program this year, so a total of 350 students studying, but that's part of the story. We have another 600 students that come to the facility each week to take private lessons or class instruction. Our youngest student right now is 10 months old, and our oldest student is 92.
How does a 10-month-old receive instruction?
Comes with the parent or grandparent, and they begin to learn how to move with music and learn all the internal feelings about music and rhythm. So by the time they're about 2 years old going through that program, they can start to begin to read music.
Tell our viewers about what are the various disciplines within the music department of the music school.
Certainly. We have a fine music education program turning out teachers for this state and other states. Right now, a music teacher can pretty much name where they'd like to go and live, and a lot of them stay right here in Oklahoma City and are helping in the music school, public schools and music here. We have a music composition degree. We just recently had a student that wrote the opening number for Walt Disney's 50th anniversary, and he's a junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he's written another number that Disney has purchased from him that'll be heard worldwide for another big occasion.
That to have a college student is performing at that level.
Yes.
In the world of writing music. That's
and in the past
astonishing.
8 years, we've had 600 world premieres right here in Oklahoma City, mainly of student works. Mm-hmm. So that's very unusual. And our undergraduate students that are performers are thinking it's just natural to get together and perform new music, which we think is really great, because again, it doesn't happen everywhere, but it's happening here in Oklahoma City. Then we do have performance degrees in all instruments, in voice, in music theater, in opera, and that covers the spectrum of a lot of different career choices there for performance majors. We also have degrees in music business. There are hundreds of jobs in the music industry that aren't performance or education or composition, and we're training students for those jobs as well. Aerospace used to be the #1 export of this country. Now entertainment's the #1 export of this country, and there's lots of job opportunities.
I understand you have some new endowed professorships. Can you tell us more about those?
We do. We're very excited for a school with this long tradition. It was kind of unusual that we didn't have endowed chairs, but this past year we received an endowment to endow an organ position. So we have an endowed chair in organ. We also endowed a joint position between the Canterbury Choral Society, their program for young singers, the Academy of Vocal Arts, and our vocal music education program. So those were our first two endowed chairs. And then just several weeks ago, we had a kickoff concert to a fundraising campaign to honor the great Florence Birdwell, who's taught for decades at the school, is still teaching, doing a great job, and has had 5 Tony nominees from her studio over the years, has had students that are singing literally in every opera house in the world, and we want to endow a chair in her name so that tradition and that legacy continues.
That was the Starry Night production,
That was.
And tell us a little bit about who performed and what are the backgrounds.
5 of Florence Birdwell's many students came back to be headliners with the Oklahoma City Philharmonic and had many wonderful supporters make that evening happen. John Sawyer, who has had Hearts on Broadway, he's now residing in Tulsa. Lara Teeter, who was nominated for a Tony for the musical On Your Toes, he's now teaching music at Shenandoah Conservatory. Kelly O'Hara, who has had 2 Tony nominations in the last 2 years, a unprecedented feat, being nominated twice within 2 years' time.
Light in the Piazza.
Yes, that
What
was the other one was for
I can't remember
her role. I'm gonna have a hard time coming up with the 2.
We'll figure it out.
We will.
Before it's
We
over.
will. I'll think of it. Barbara Fox Caprilli, who has sung in the leading opera houses in the world, including La Scala in Milan, came back, and also Kristen Chenoweth, another Tony nominee, Tony winner, television and film star. That's perhaps maybe one of the most unusual people in the arts field, being able to do opera, music theater, television, film. There have not been too many.
Drama, comedy,
Right,
you name it.
coming out of Florence Birdwell studio.
That's terrific. We got a lot more to learn about the Wanda Bass School of Music. We're visiting with Dean Mark Parker, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about how people in Oklahoma City can be involved and benefit from it, as well as I want to find out how you recruit some of these outstanding students from across the country to come to Oklahoma City. We'll be right back. You're watching The Verdict.
The Journal-Record is pleased to be a sponsor of The Verdict. The Journal-Record, since 1903, the best source of Oklahoma business news and legal information.
Shining is taking responsibility. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma, we know managing your health care can be overwhelming, and it's our job to help you meet the challenge. By guiding, supporting, and showing the way, we encourage you to gain control. Because we believe the best tool we can give you is the confidence to take charge. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oklahoma, shining through.
That land next door was a mess. Take more than a lawnmower to revive that land. I heard the oil and natural gas people was cleaning up old oil sites, and it wouldn't cost us a plug nickel. Oh yes, sir, it was quite a revival. The whole church showed up, want to make a playground for the kids. It sure is a blessing.
Wilsey, Meyer, Eatman, Tate. We're accountants. We do taxes, business valuations, estate planning, and consulting. And we're right here in Oklahoma, working with the owners of small and medium-sized businesses. Steve Wilsey and Stuart Meyer have the resources and the experience. Wilsey, Meyer, Eatman, Tate in Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
There's a whole new world online, but it's not always safe for kids. Never give your name, phone, address, or password to anyone you met online, and always keep your personal information private. It's the safe way for kids, right, gang?
Right. Be safe online. Thanks to Lauren Nelson and Cox, we're working to keep Oklahoma kids safer online. For your free guide, log on now. And if you feel your child has been placed in danger by someone online, notify law enforcement today.
Oh, hi. I know you guys said I'd save with Cox Digital Telephone. Well, my bill came and... Could this be right?
You may be surprised how much you save with Cox Digital Telephone. That's why over 1.5 million people have switched.
So this really is a total? Lovely. Because I think I found a good use for the savings.
With Cox, there's no waiting for the other shoe to drop. The only surprise is there's no surprise at all.
Welcome back to The Verdict. Dean Mark Parker is here. He works at the Wanda Bass School of Fine Arts at the Oklahoma City University. And just a tremendous success story through the years. First of all, we were trying to come up with the answer to a trivia question that we created and then couldn't immediately resolve, but you have the answer now.
I do. Kelly O'Hara's second Tony nomination was for The Pajama Game, which she just closed last year with Harry Connick Jr. as her co-lead.
When Tom McDaniel was on recently, he mentioned in the course of either of the show or off camera, I don't remember which, about a triple threat program that your school is getting ready to start with some outside sources. Can you tell us about the triple threat program?
Yes, in the entertainment world, triple threat means someone who can sing, act, and dance. So our School of American Dance and Arts Management teaches dance as their major, but they also take music in the music school and they take acting in the drama department. The drama department students also take dance and singing, and the music students take dance and acting. So all three schools are producing triple threats. But something that's new and exciting is a partnership that's just been approved by the governing bodies of two groups, Oklahoma City University and the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. This is the oldest drama school in the U.S., started 124 years ago. They have a campus in New York and they have a campus in L.A. And all parties are very excited about the possibilities for their students, our students, and also for helping the profession through this unique collaboration that is just beginning.
And what's that called?
It's the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and it's helping to build, strengthen the triple threat programs that we already are teaching.
So once that gets into motion, students from the American Academy of Dramatic Arts will be coming to OCU to study, presumably singing and dancing.
Correct. And they'll be finishing their bachelor's degree. The Academy program is a 2-year conservatory acting program where they study only acting. Coming to Oklahoma City, they'll be studying all the other requirements for their bachelor's degree while continuing to strengthen their arts areas in particularly music and dance, but also continue their acting studies as well.
Now, will you be sending students to them as well?
We will, both through summer programs and through regular term programs. We're developing opportunities for our students to go there, also faculty exchanges. We're also using technology and bridging the 3 institutions, LA, Oklahoma City, and New York. And if they have a lecturer that comes to LA, and they certainly have a wealth of people to draw from in LA, the other 2 institutions can participate from there right where they're at. So we're really excited to bring that technology. It's something that, because of our new music school, we've just begun to access, and the Academy is anxious to participate.
School is able to attract the top fine arts students from all across the country. How competitive is the recruiting process for some of the best and the brightest and the most talented?
Well, we in the School of Music have well over 1,000 inquiries, but each year we'll audition now about 600 students for 100 openings. And our new freshman class this current year came from 28 states and 6 foreign countries. So it's highly competitive, and we're able to select really the top students.
And more than anything else, what's the attraction? Why Oklahoma City University?
Decades and decades of students doing what the next generations of students want to do. We have people at the top of the profession in the instrumental area, in the keyboard area, in the vocal area, composition and education, performing at really high-level leadership positions, and the word is out that Oklahoma City is the place.
The word's out because it's true. The word's out because there's the numbers you can put on the board and the names you can speak that prove that those people are performing. I heard one time that OCU had more students performing on Broadway than any other single university in the country. Is that?
We believe that's true. At any one time, as shows come and go, we think there are more OCU students performing on Broadway. We have also over 100 graduates in New York at any time that are working in the profession.
What does it mean to be an all-Steinway school?
Well, it's a unique distinction. What it means is we're providing the very finest piano, the very finest tools for both the students and the faculty in which to learn and perform. So a gift from Wanda Bass brought us 105 new Steinway pianos, to go along with the 28 existing Steinway pianos we had, and anything that wasn't a Steinway we have disposed of. So we have 133 Steinway pianos, making it one of the largest all Steinway institutions in the world.
Okay, now the National Alliance for Music Theater, you have a membership there. What's that about?
We do, and we're the only university that has both that membership and an all Steinway school. It's really a collection of professional music theater companies and a few select educational institutions bound together in sharing resources, sharing ideas, and keeping abreast of what's the latest and greatest in the music theater area.
You mentioned earlier the Performing Arts Academy. What is that?
That is the program where the non-college age students are able to get instruction each week, so that young and past retirement age students being able to take music lessons, class instruction. And again, there's about 600 a week that come through in that program. In addition to that, serving as a community space, we also are the home for rehearsals for the Canterbury Choral Society and have joint partnerships with them, sharing artistic leadership from both the university and the society. And the Oklahoma Youth Orchestra also rehearses there. Children's Theater Oklahoma is located on our campus, and they rehearse and perform there, and we formed a partnership with City Rep for the drama area. So in total, there's 1,500 a week, 1,500 students a week of various ages at the facility, not including the audiences. So it's a busy place.
Let me ask you, we'll have viewers that will have children, grandchildren, maybe themselves, would like to be involved in learning more about music, learning all of what you teach or some of what you teach. Can they call the School of Music at OCU and ask about the Performing Arts Academy and get information?
Absolutely. 208-5410 is the number. And there are summer camp programs, there are week-long camps between school breaks. There's all sorts of opportunities for people to study. And again, not children, people of all age. We think that's our mission. That's what we're there for, to provide that instruction to the community.
How important are facilities in doing what you do?
Music facilities are very construction specific. Actually, the teams that worked on our new building, Manhattan Construction, and Beck Associates, the architect, said it's probably the hardest, most complicated construction of any around, because rooms have to not be just good for sound, they have to be sound isolated. So we have amazing detail of construction of sound isolation. Practice room that'll have 20-inch walls, 8 layers of drywall between rooms, maple floor that floats on rubber, 3 ceilings to absorb sound, separate air system going to each of 60 practice rooms, supply and return so the sound can't mix in the ductwork. It's very complicated construction. And it really makes such a difference in studying, like the Steinways having the best tool, the facility having the best facility for sound is so important.
Well, we have got to wrap up this show. We appreciate you coming on, and we certainly appreciate all you're doing for the state of Oklahoma and all of those young and talented people that are having their lives shaped, and then we send them off to Broadway and everywhere else, and we're very proud of them all the way.
Thank you.
Dean Parker, thanks very much. Kent and I'll be back with a final word after this.
Good life comes naturally to Tulsa, where nature's beauty is matched with an eye for aesthetics. A legacy of neighborhoods graced with lawns and landscaping and handsome homes. A place that seems to have patented an ideal lifestyle. Bank First is loyal to the quality of life Tulsa assures its citizens, to the priority placed on education, culture, and growth. Loyal to builders who transform raw land into residential charm. Developers who see opportunity and add vitality to Tulsa's economy. Bank First serves both enterprise and private lives that need a loyal partner. It's how we help nurture this city's very good life. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
You need this one to get satellite HD. This one's your DVR. This one's for local channels. This one's...
What are we supposed to do with all this stuff?
Got you covered. Oh, by the way, that old satellite stuff makes a great end cable.
That doesn't look so bad, right, honey?
Don't live in satellite denial. Get the latest entertainment without the hassles from Cox, your friend in the digital age.
Not sure where you're headed? NATS can help you find your way. It's the National Athletic Testing System. We call it NATS. You'll call it your launching pad to success. NATS will give you a standardized evaluation that will help you measure your performance and give that information to college coaches so they can accurately evaluate your potential. NATS also helps with academic support. Join with the Oklahoma High School Football Coaches Association and head for success at www.nats.us.
Welcome back to the set of The Verdict. We're wrapping up a show in which we learned much about the OCU Performing Arts School and the wonderful School of Music over there.
Yes, the Wanda Bass School of Music is really a diamond in the Oklahoma rough. It is a school that has been built by hard work and superior accomplishments. It just is incredible. They would have such an impact, a city university in Oklahoma would have such an impact on Broadway. And there's no doubt that it does. It's been proven over and over again. And I think it's safe to say that the sound of music we hear in Oklahoma is probably coming from OCU.
And high school students from all over the country try to get to Oklahoma City University
highly
to study with the best. It is something that we should be very proud of, and we are very proud of. Well, I have some information to give to you so you can learn more about Oklahoma City University and in general. First of all, the school's website is okcu.edu. That's okcu.edu. And I also want to give you the phone number for the Performing Arts Academy where you can actually take part in these endeavors. That phone number is 208-5410, 208-5410. That's the Performing Arts Academy. And I also want to remind you about our own website, theverdict.tv. You can go to our website, and besides seeing just how good-looking Kent Myers really is, you can also send us an email about a show that you'd like to see on an upcoming edition.
Well, here, I'll pay you right now. I'll go to the Performing Arts Academy if you will.
I have no talent. I mean, I think you should bring a little bit of talent to that opportunity.
Well, with you and I together, we wouldn't have much.
We'll be back next week with another show on The Verdict. See you then.
The preceding program was produced by the Production Services Group at Cox Communications, exclusively for the Cox Channel.